Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Tonight we're just going to be kind of messing around, checking a few things out, and I may actually go back into my Tropical and Viking parks, kind of for more or less a last hurrah. Hey Spino, how's it going? You got the remake ready? Alright. Dale, what's going on, man? So I think what I'm gonna do is actually go onto the workshop and pull that mock launch down. This is pretty hideous. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do... Oh, no, I'll hold on to the save of it that I have for now. Maybe do like a side-by-side comparison or something like that. But yeah, let me know, we can check it out. In the meantime, I'll actually go in. I do need to clean out these. Why did I have 3 copies of the Tropical Park? I know this is the old one. I think, yeah, this is the kind of oldish one as well. And this is the most modern version. And then I've got 3 copies of the Viking Park, and I'm not even sure what they are. That's an autosave we can get rid of. It'll actually get overridden at some point anyway. I think I'll go into the Viking for now. Kind of get started with that. And coming back, some feedback that I got. This is the Dragon Fury Hypercoaster, and some feedback that I got was rather than trying to do the station pass through and everything, it may just actually make more sense to do kind of the consecutive airtime hills. It just it gave a little bit of a boost to excitement, and this profiling kind of messed that up. Of a last hurrah, yeah, kind of, but because I'm not really spending much time on this anymore. Eventually, we'll probably end up moving on from it. No, the code did not send, so you'll have to resend it. But yeah, I think my days with this park are kind of winding down. All right, Jurassic, what's going on? I'm not going to be spending a lot of time doing parks and stuff tonight, though. So if it's a really large park, we'll take a glimpse. We might ride a couple things. But I really do prefer if you all send me rides to look at. And I mean, if you say with a heads up you want me to check a park out, I can plan it. But yeah, I generally tend not to check out large parks. Just due to how long they take. I'm a little torn, actually, that no, it did not send that time. You got a coaster and a park if you want both. Just give me the codes, and I'll load them in and save them. I don't know what we're gonna look at tonight, if we'll get to the whole park. But yeah, part of me actually does want to hold on to this park some. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, we built this, we built this restaurant up here on top of the mountain. Nobody's really up here, though, surprisingly. I think it's probably just a little bit too far off the beaten path. It did work that time. Let me get that in a second here. What I may end up doing is saving this massive complex monstrosity for another park. Just me. I'm up there. Wait, I'll come join you. That's where park ownership and management hangs out. Cookie Pirates launch coaster. I remastered it. Yay! Actually managed to make it work. Amazing. And Jurassic, you can drop the codes and I'll bookmark them and save them. Yeah, actually, I don't think, because we've got a bunch of you that are relatively new here. So you all should actually check this out. This was very difficult to put together, but it was a lot of fun. Rewarding when the whole thing ends up. So we've got a pool, and that pool is ultimately supposed to be a lot bigger. But right down here is kind of the lobby, and you've got the pool deck. Oh, I almost just fell in. And we've got two Splash Emporium. Splash Harbor is the name of my tropical park. Splash Emporium shops right here. And we've got the guest services counter so that you can buy, because that's where you have to go to get your pool passes and stuff. Staff room. Just because we have 5 floors of stuff with staff, so they need a place that's easy to get to. And we've got restrooms, changing rooms, kind of the checkerboarded tile down here was an idea for either the restaurant or arcade, and somebody said it looked so good that I should do it throughout the entire building, so I'm like, okay, well, let's go ahead. Back over here, we've got the restaurant. We've got a few booths with TVs up against the walls, then the tables. You've got a little overlook of the pool. The restaurant counter, there's a dessert stand right there. And we'll go up here. 3rd floor is the arcade. Very sizable arcade. And again, a nice view of the pool. More machines back this way. You've got the air hockey, all the arcade. And then up here on the 4th floor is a gift shop. And this one's a little bit smaller, as it doesn't extend out over this way. I love this building so much. Sent you a message on Discord a few days ago, you not reply. It's okay though, and not necessary. Wait, did I miss it? Oh, it was last night. Yeah, no, I didn't even see that. Discord silences its notifications when, yeah, when, I've got streaming software on, Discord silences all notifications, so I didn't even see it. My bad, man. Alright, let me go ahead and, type that code in and something. If you added the code for the park, it did not go through. Hey Gio, welcome back. Ooh, Miss Witch has a look at that. Wow. That's pretty comprehensive right there. Well, that is definitely the one. Look at that coaster. Kings Island, new for 2028, swing-launched spinning coaster concept. Alright. Best arcade ever, yeah. What's going on, King Dakar fangirl? How are ya? Okay, anyway, so I exited out of this by mistake. Probably to try to get to type the code in. I think the streaming might think our codes are spam and not let them through. Well, what should happen in that case is the message should be sent for only me to view, and then I would have the ability to approve it. But yeah, you can still see quite a view of the pool down here from up above. You get all the balloons. I do not want those King Coaster balloons. How about a Queen Splash balloon then? We got all the souvenirs. And then on the 5th and final floor is the coaster platform, which of course has not been done. And oh my gosh! we fell down a level. And right here, these little extensions are capped off, and just as a nod for credit, what I did here is Cookie on this side. Now, what's going on, Velocituber? And we've got Pirate on this side, pointing out toward the RMC. The view really is amazing. Would really like to put something together, but as I said earlier on, I think before most of you all, oh lord, we fell down again. As I said, I'm probably going to end up retiring this park pretty soon, although I have mixed feelings about that because this is the first real park that I built, as many of you have heard me say. So it kind of has a special place in my heart. The Tropical Park I actually feel a little bit less attached to, despite putting a lot more time into it. It doesn't mean as much. Tried jumping into the pool from the top floor. I tried, and it did not work all that great. I'm working on the park I want you to showcase, okay? But folks, please do understand that showcasing parks takes a lot more effort than rides. And so understand that I'm probably not going to be able to get to parks whenever you say, hey, check out my park. Like you say, hey, check out my coaster. I find that a lot more easy to... Oh, Lord. Nope. Only just drops us down to here. It is a lot easier to just check out a coaster on a whim. Yeah. That's as far as we can go down. Cookie is a hip-hop freestyler, piano rock star trying to do crazy party tricks. Yeah, right. Oh, and by the way, very important announcement for everybody visiting the restaurant. Some ceiling graffiti. When you say how are you, I'm not. The person who ghosted me keeps giving me mixed signals via the comment sections. What? Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, hopefully it gets figured out soon, and hopefully you'll have a better evening. But yeah, anyway, T3 sucks. But yeah, this really was a lot of fun. This pool is supposed to get expanded at some point. What we would probably end up doing is like a deep water diving section, a shallow section with a couple little like pool islands, so to speak, and I even thought about like a small lazy river extension in some area, and that's part of why I don't want to give this park up. Because I would really like to put something together that's really comprehensive. Now it's true we could always carry that over to a to another park, but sorry, I got the hiccup all of a sudden. All right, let me grab these codes. Kings Point Official Park, okay. Skyrocket 2. Oh, wow. Okay. So, we'll maybe come back to this, and I think I also said before most of you got here, but that we want to, or I want to revamp this coaster, and I don't like the way that this came out with the station flyby and everything, so what we may end up doing is just going back and placing the original layout, except just modifying the station and the brakes very slightly to accommodate for the extra distance there. But the other thing that we could do is maybe with a small turn and a hill this way to get it to realign over the path and then have the brakes up over the top or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'll order... Wish I could swim that fast, yeah. I'll order the T3 sucks talk. Oh my gosh. Now I'm embarrassed. I laughed way harder at that than I should have. Way to go, Dale. The T3 tempura sucks salad. Okay, I don't know. The T3 sucks taco is pretty good. Oh dear lord. Could you look at 2 coasters in one of my parks? Yeah, we can check coasters out easily for sure. So we'll save that. Actually, we won't even save it. We didn't do anything other than just look around. And we'll go into, yeah, we'll just do a sandbox. I'm in a tiger kind of mood, so we'll do that. Love footage of Cookie having the world's greatest laugh. Oh. So for the Frontier Workshop, the roller coasters, the Rock, and the Explorer, and if you want the water slide one, we can... Yeah, let me get the codes. But I am going to cut off codes for a couple minutes here, so I don't get too far behind on looking at everything you all want me to check out. Dad jokes are still cool. Yeah, Velocituber, I said we could. You may have missed it. I know there's a little bit of a delay too, so dad jokes are still cool. King Coaster is back. Oh. King's King. Oh, that's the very first one on the page there. Alright. Look at the invert and the dueling Woody. Okay. Let me get Geos. Jurassic, just hold on a second. I'll check it for you. We got the Rock. And 332 GPM 0T. The Explorer Greek, okay. And there's a water slide. 0WJWRMM0. And we got that there too. Got that. QY7. Yeah, we did get that. Yeah, it worked. So you're good. Cedar Point and Kings Island crossover? Yeah, potentially. Okay, I'm cutting codes off for right now. So, well, we got a fair bit of stuff to check out, so we may look at some more later. Let me check out our stuff that are not parks for right now. Oh, nope, that's going to be a flume, I believe. And now we'll go to coasters. It's a Premier LSM. The Explorer, the Greek. Reduce stream delay. Go to settings, advanced, enable stream delay, set it to a low value like 1 second. To override standard platform delays if you need real-time interaction. You can also review guidance. Did you AI that in Gemini or something? It shouldn't be 45 seconds. It shouldn't be that high. If it is, then something's definitely a bit off. What is this? Why do I have that saved as a, like, who even... I don't remember that. Say, this is the launch one that we want to check out. So we'll place that. Make sure I don't have to, It actually does bottom out there a little bit. Velocity, what's going on, man? That's good enough, and I don't think there are any other portions that go, no, there aren't. Remember, these roller coasters are old. You googled it? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would have to double check that, because I know sometimes if you do really low latency things, it can get really resource intensive, or, like, pare down the quality. Has its own YouTube channel. Alright. Gemini took... Okay, yeah, you Google searched it and Gemini took it over. Yeah. That makes sense. It is good for some stuff. For sure. Excuse me. Hey, Darkhound Doom, how's it going? Alright, let me come back on and see what else. Alright, so we got that coaster. Shockwave. Oh, yeah, that's the right one for sure. Let's put these at... Did I not? Oh. Yeah, these are sticking up just very slightly. Okay. That might have been a terrain thing. And then we got that park code. Oh, it's telling us to place an exit. And an entrance. And a staff path. So I'm just going through my codes real quick. And that was for the Skyrocket 2. I want to make sure I grab that. This actually looks really nice. Whoa. Oh, we're a little all over the place. Rotate it around. Oh, that works out perfect. Oh. There we go. And we got Geos 3. That one was a park. Alright, I think that's everything. Good, glad to hear it. Excuse me. Hey, Club Coasters, what's going on? Premier rides skyrocket, those things hurt. They don't hurt as much if they don't have the comfort collar, ironically. Oh! Specifically Tigris BG Tampa. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I did not enjoy that. And I would like to think that Skyrocket 2s can actually be fun, but I did not like Tigris. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 more days until Air Force One and Kumba both shut down. RIP 6 days in advance. Guess what? I'm going to FSA. Oh, man! Awesome. When are you going? Alright, I think we've got everything here. So, in order... Is this the Viking Park? No, this is just a default blank. I'm getting caught up here. Nope, just a default blank sandbox port, just to place a few coasters down that we're showcasing. So. I did start out in the Viking Park, so... Don't talk about it, Cookie. Oh, you're going Wednesday. Awesome. Not Airy, my baby. Oh, no. One more day until Project Purple. One more day? Really? Wow. And I thought the Viking Park would be a bit more Vikinger. What? But this ain't it. These roller coasters are also on dark. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and jump on this. This is the launched coaster that I made that was so bad, and Spino actually said he thought he could revamp it, so let's see. Okay. The JoJo roll looks interesting. Yeah, it did, but it actually rolled pretty smooth, I felt like. I don't know, it is kind of smooth. Or, I know it's kind of smooth. Yeah, it actually came out real nice. There are lights on my blueprint. Yeah, we can check them out at night too. So we may not ride them at night, but we might. So yeah, no, you did a really good job with this. That is definitely far more tame than the one that I made. And much more reasonable when it comes to realistic forces. I think you did some really good work with this. Very well done for taking a monstrosity that I thought was beyond salvation and actually making it work. So I think Crazanity would be really happy to see that. He's not here right now. But whenever he gets on, or if I share it with him in the Discord or something like that, I think he would actually be really impressed, and I think he would probably be willing to try to play with that version. He's like, I don't think I can fix the one that you made, Cookie, and I'm like, ow. That's how I knew it was bad. But this one definitely, I think, is salvageable. It's actually... This is not salvageable. It has shown it's been salvaged and is actually a good work, and I think this one could actually even continue to be improved into a Rockstar coaster. Not my smoothest work, but still good. Yeah, no, that is really good. Okay, next up we are going to check out Shockwave. Front bumper. No, I roll back. Ooh, that is very snappy. Yikes. Jeez. Ooh, that was pretty tough at the end there. Rollbacks happen in this game. Yeah, in this case, this is the Intamin Blitz, and so with the switch track, the way that is set up is the launch doesn't get you enough speed over the top hat, and you roll back and you go backwards, and then up here you get enough speed going over that launch plus that to go up and be able to complete the rest of the coaster track. Okay, so with the end of the ride, I definitely need to point a couple things out. That this back here, up to about here, was just, I don't know, brutal. I really think a lot of this is going to need to be reprofiled. And I mean, I like the layout, but you probably need to add, I don't know, trims or even friction brakes on some of this stuff, because I really do feel like the coaster's going too fast coming down the, after the top hat. That's where it started to get really intense. If you had some trims or friction brakes, I think that would help, because I think the layout's good overall. I think you need to bank this regardless of the speed. But it does have a good layout, it's just traveling way too fast. So coming to the first part of the ride, I think you've got some really fun stuff here. It's a creative layout. The first part is excuse me. Sorry, all of a sudden got a hiccup when I was starting to say the first part, I think, is really solid. Oh, hold on a second. Those are spinning trains. Oh boy, am I glad I did not do the seat POV on that. Ooh. Look at how close that went to almost going off the rail. Yeah, oh, that's a lot of airtime over that there. Yeah, then this is where it just travels way too fast. I-305 type forces, the coaster would snap my spine in two. It's an experience to say the least. And I died, and it's okay. That was me 3+ months ago. I guess you could say on that end, my spine, oh, I'm not going to make a joke again. Please do. I don't know. I liked it. Pop a couple trims in, and this ride is world class. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something that can be fixed with trims or friction brakes a little bit. Need tips for smoothing coasters. Build with the shortest track length, then start on 2 to the 4 strength smoothing with 2 pieces selected, and then call anyone else but me. I shouldn't be the one to offer any advice. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is pause and we'll look at your stats. Oh, good dear lord. Okay, yeah, this needs work. 80 miles an hour. 13.9, 10.6, minus 3.8. I don't mean to be rude, but in this configuration, your coaster would literally potentially kill people. But I don't think the first half is bad. It's just it goes way too fast through the second half. So you desperately need trims and stuff. Is T3 an SLC? Yes. T3 is the worst SLC. T3 is in my park, getting replaced eventually by Shockwave, though. That's the spirit. So what we'll actually do, we'll pinpoint your problem in the heat map here. So let's go to laterals. And I'm going to let it run. Actually, let's see if previous... Nope. Previous run does not give you anything because there's separate entrance and exit stations. So we'll go back to live data and we'll let the train run. I'm just gonna speed it up, a little bit of time saving purposes. And yep, so it's this turn right here. You're going so fast, it's so sharp, and it's not banked. What I think you need to do is reconfigure that or draw it out some. But you need to find a way to reverse direction with a much more gradual turn, and you need to slow the coaster down. You really need trims at this point. And into that and into that as well. Your verticals, I don't know where they're hitting 10. Oh, right back here. Okay. That's right there. Yeah, so just an indicator you're gonna need. Man, look at that ejector over that top hat. Top hat I think probably needs to be reprofiled slightly. Or what you do is just actually probably take a launch section away from the back. I could try that and see what we get. But through here, your verticals are not bad. But if you bank this to reduce the laterals, your verticals are going to go way up. And then your forward... Yeah, that's where it's so abrupt going into the station. You just need more... So this is what you really need to do. I would split that up and go with friction brakes. Overextend it and bank. Yeah, that's what you could do. But your brake run I think needs to be a little bit extended or reprofiled. What's your launch? Oh, that's switch back there. 60 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour. It's gonna make us run the test again. Crank those to the max as well. No! Alright, I'm gonna unpause. I'm gonna step away real quick, let it run a test again, and I actually want to see the speed profile through that, because that will help. Okay, we're back. Had to take a, He forgot to start the test. Oh, no! Oh, my bad. Alright, well, let's speed this up here. I need ideas for my park, guys. Arrow 4th dimension? What? Alright. Oh, it's got to go into the station to complete the run. Okay. Now we'll pause it and bring the speed back up. Come on! Previous data, please. Okay, there we go. That works. So, with the test results here, your top speed is 80 miles an hour, but it is not reaching it there. Have a feeling it's reaching that off. No, maybe it is. I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell. But you're going 37 miles an hour over the top of the top hat. So I think your target speed here needs to be slowed down. That you probably at this point, before you reach that, see, this doesn't look right. So you're reaching 80 over that there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just play around a little bit with it. We're gonna set 70 miles an hour for your target. And back there, that should be fine. And let's just let's see how that does. That should make it a little bit more reasonable. Honestly, same. What recommending the 4th dimension arrow? Jurassic Point, Jurassic Park. I need ideas for my park too. Jurassic Park and Cedar Point, that's how my channel name was created. Oh, cool, okay. My channel was channel name was made before I was into coasters, so that's why it's not related. Yeah, mine too. Maddox Mad Max. Hey, Strawberry Jam, what's going on, man? Today I was under a PDS tornado warning. A huge tornado just hit north of me today. Oh, guess what? Wait, why isn't it going? Oh, that was bugged, because it was supposed to start, and it did not. So we'll actually go to heat maps and keep an eye on the speed. Oh, it's not gonna run that train. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so let's just see what the launches do. It's not gonna go as high up the spike now. But with that extra launch, it should get fast enough to clear the top hat. Oh my gosh, does not. Wow. Okay. So let's take that. We'll try 75. Okay, it clears fine there. We could try 73, but I feel like that might be a little bit too slow going over the top. Still way too fast right there. But that did help. You can see it's tempered down a bit, so... yeah. Sometimes you have to click play. Dale, you wise guy. I actually did, and the game was not paused. It said stop test, and it wasn't going. So, yeah, I don't know what was up with that. But this definitely could use a little bit of refining and get it work fine. This is not too far gone. Yeah, it needs trims. Yeah, it does, and I think some other things might just need to be reprofiled a bit. I asked my subscribers to join the stream. You all know them. Axolotl and... I got cut off. Oh, my... and what? Alright. But hey, I've got to appreciate the effort that went into this. It looks really cool. And... I think some work can definitely be put into this to get it to a functional level. So definitely don't write this off. There's plenty of people that can do some work on it and kind of help you out. I can't type to save my life. I tried. 1 hour geo. Yep. Alright, next in the list, we'll go ahead and take a look at the Skyrocket 2. If someone wants to remake it, they can. Yeah. Oh, here comes the snow. Whoa. It looks cool. Definitely not a typical Skyrocket 2 ride experience, but I mean, it looks nice. It is functional, so you get credit for that. It's hard to make a working Skyrocket 2 without mods, and you pulled it off. I had to take a little creative liberty, but hey, it works. Where did the snow come from? Why is it snowy? Try to make it sunny. Oh yeah, we could just go down to the weather here. So, when you load into a new park, you start in winter, and yeah, take a look at those temperatures. Brr. And then what you can do is go into override weather, and we can set it to snowy, and ta-da! And here comes the snow melt. Hey, Crazanity, what's going on, man? This is the opposite of global warming. Yeah, global cooling, and now it's back to global warming. Yeah, so that works out pretty nice. Yeah, it's a good Skyrocket 2 model. It's nice that you don't need mods. There is one that's functional. So you certainly get some credit for pulling that off. I personally am not a big fan of Skyrocket 2s, but hey, I gotta give you credit for making one work. And we'll come over here and check out Geo's 3 rides. Actually start with the... I may not even ride the water slides, because we can just look and see. But these are actually really nice. I mean, you've got the one that's a little bit shorter and a tiny bit steeper to drop off into the pool. And yeah, you would have the pool right out here. Just be careful that people don't fall onto the rocks and hit their butts on the way down into the water. And then the black one up here, a little bit more gradual, a bit longer, and has a couple more turns. I like it. This is cute. Could you do my book real quick? I have to go to park, my mom said. What was it you said you wanted us to check out? A couple coasters or something? I have to go back up and look. Yeah. I'm going in order. Folks, you know, to be fair, I take my time reviewing stuff, and we'll get to it. I know I don't always go in order, but please just do be patient. The dueling seat, GCI Woody, and the invert. Okay, yeah, we can look at those. We've got Geo's 2 coasters. Well, we'll look at that. He did post them last. Let me save this so I don't lose him, have to replace him. And we'll go look. But I think I'm gonna have to set up some sort of guidelines about like sharing codes and stuff like that. I mean, as much as I love you all sharing content and stuff like that and asking me to check it out, it does get to be a little bit much. And remind me which one we're going to. Is it the... It's King's Kingdom, right? Guess that, because King's Point, yeah, that's, I don't know. I could have them mixed up. Hey, it's King Coaster. Well, he's heading right now. You've got Queen Splash right up there. It is King's Kingdom. Okay. GCI Woody and the invert. Well, this must here be the invert. El Diablo. And we've got... Oh, Crazanity, that's bad. Wow. And we've got the two Woodies right here. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get one of the middle seats. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to this. I love B&M inverts. So. Alright, we're gonna skip the left hill. Oh, and a nice dive loop. Vertical loop around the left hill. I really like that. Whoa! Wow. Man, I wish we could post GIFs in chat. I think I'm probably glad that you all cannot. Because I have a feeling some people here would probably post extremely obscure stuff, and other people would probably post somewhat, at least somewhat, inappropriate stuff. Oops, hit the wrong button there. I'm gonna step up, top off my water real quick, but I've got a wireless headset so I can keep talking. I have to say, I think there's one thing about that invert that I really don't like. Overall, it's a really good ride. It's got a really great progression of elements. It's unique. I really like the incorporation of airtime. Crazanity, I saw you drop it before. Just hold off for a minute, please. These people have really annoying screams. Yeah. When you return to see my rides, make sure the floor is rocky. Okay, yeah, we can change that then. I'll get your code in a bit, Crazanity. Appreciate you. So, the one thing that I really do not like about this coaster is the fact that I cannot actually go get on it. I enjoyed it that much. Like, this is fantastic. This is one of the coolest inverts I've seen. And those of you that know, I haven't been on a whole ton of them, but I absolutely love B&M inverts. My home park being Carowinds, we have a really solid one with Afterburn. And Montu down at Busch Gardens is my favorite all time. And so, whenever somebody makes a B&M invert, I tend to be pretty impressed and pretty happy with it. But this one actually goes beyond that. That score is criminal right there. And I'll tell you why. Number one, I really like that you have a dive loop instead of an Immelman. I think they are better inversions. And to see a dive loop on an inverted coaster is not common, so I really appreciate that you did that. Then you go into the 0G roll, which is really nicely profiled. And then you've got the vertical loop, which is actually smaller than I would have expected. But in keeping with the size, it is smaller than the dive loop. And it actually fits perfectly around the lift hill, which I think is neat. I definitely see a little bit of inspiration from Banshee in this. And then you've got the Batwing, an absolute must to include a Batwing. Actually, this is almost like a pretzel knot. Then I actually really like the S-curve up into the brake run. Nice drop on the helix, a nice really slow roll right there, a definite nod to Banshee. And then into the final brakes. The second half left me wanting a little bit more, but you packed so much into the first half, it's understandable. So I really enjoyed this. So this is very good. Now we'll go over here and check out your dueling Woodies. We'll start with the green, and we'll actually go front bumper. I don't know if we're going to, if we're gonna do both. I would imagine they're probably a pretty similar ride experience. I appreciate your only dislike. I would absolutely love an invert like that, man. That's so great. I have a feeling if I ever make my way to Kings Island, I would absolutely love Banshee. Cacti Coaster is the name. Okay. I just hope I don't get a mouthful of cactus on the ride. Oh gosh. Bunny Hill, yay. Oh, I sound like theme park review right there. Whee! Oh, another loop-de-loop. I had to get that pretty much spot on. If any of you are familiar with theme park review, he's the one that goes around to all these different theme parks and does the POVs, if by chance you've not heard of them. Yeah, that was really fun, actually. I think I'm not going to ride the purple one right now, because they do offer a pretty similar ride experience. Lightning fast turns, yeah. To be honest... Oh no, I just opened up not a can, I opened up a 55-gallon drum of worms. Oh no. Wow, crazy entity. We're on a log flume. Oh no. Okay, I already regret mentioning that. Oh no. What did I do bad, Cookie? Okay, back to the topic at hand here, because we have some other stuff to check out. So, riding these, or well, the one, looking at it and then on ride, it felt like an RMC without inversions. And I guess that's kind of what you can get from a GCI coaster. And come to think of it, I don't think I've been on any GCI Woodies. I've not been on many Woodies. So I'm a little torn to think, you know, maybe these should be RMCs instead of Woodies and incorporate inversions since you have everything else. But that's from me, who is not super familiar with a lot of GCIs. And on the other hand, I think what you have here is super cool, and I really like the way that you set it up so that the trains actually race really nicely. I mean, there's a little bit of a dueling aspect. This is more of a racer than a dueler to me, per se. But I really like how you can see they kind of change from one being in the lead to the other, etc. Stuff like that. Like the dueling aspect or the racing aspect is set up super nicely. Did you do Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa, the original? I did not. So the first time I went to the park, the first side of Gwazi, I don't remember whether it was Tiger or Lion, which one shut down first, but that one had closed. And the second one was still open, but just about everybody said don't get on it, it's pretty bad. So, let's just take this time for our sponsors, 107.5 GCI FM Chicago. Damn, that's a good one actually. It's pretty clever. So I really like this. I think these are super well done. We did not ride the purple, and I'm not going to do that right now, since they're going to be a pretty similar experience. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, is it because they're sitting at the top of the lift hill? That might be it, because they sit there for a while, so that kills your ratings, and that's not fair. Really neat coasters. I really I like the scenery around them, and it really is a great ride experience. So, here's your cactuses. Okay. I have a feeling you could feature, like, based on the theme of them, I feel like you could probably do some more of that red, kind of sandstone rock in some other areas. I mean, you don't have to go through all of this and replace it, but I would add a few more of those on different parts of the rides. And add some cactuses, just for the scenery, but that's a matter of personal preference. So, yeah, really great job. Catholic? Now, I'm not going to get into religion. I mean, we're here for coasters and stuff like that. Hey, I've got no problem with people being religious at all. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm not a great one, but one nonetheless. But I mean, that's just generally a topic that I don't really get into, knowing that we have such a diverse group of people. I mean, it's fine to share, but not really something politics, religion, stuff like that. I try to keep that out of chat, but I'm not going to discourage you all from sharing it. Just be respectful. I really like this park, and yeah, we're not going to look at everything right now. But I do just want to take a glimpse at some of the other stuff you have here real quick, and we can always come back and look in more detail later on. Hey, what's going on, Rhett? Good to see ya. This is a Vekoma S... Yeah, it's got inversions. That's an STC, basically a new gen SLC. So that's one thing, Vekoma. Their coasters, and actually, if any of you are familiar with Airtime Thrills, he said it great in one of his videos about the worst coaster manufacturers. And he said Vekoma would have been on the list 10 years ago or so, but they have really stepped up their game and have become a really great manufacturer with their newer stuff, for sure. You're critical. Okay, yeah, no worries. Grizzly. That is a Vekoma Kiddie coaster there. And over here we have a Mine Train. Is this your park? This is not my park. This is actually Velocituber's park. So he made some really great stuff. It's a little bit of a... It's crazy how it's become, please be a Vekoma and please don't be a B&M. I mean, hey. B&M has made some great rides. A lot of their... I've got to say, I really do like their old stuff. Probably better than most of their newer stuff, but I will say one major exception that I have. In the 2020s of the new B&Ms, Pipeline, which I think was opened in 2023, that was my second favorite at SeaWorld Orlando, just behind Mako. And I would honestly probably put that at my number... And I haven't done a thorough ranking of every coaster I've been on, but I would probably put Pipeline at 5, maybe? Say 5 or 6. I really loved Pipeline. Like, that was... The only reason it's not my number 1 in that park is because Mako is just so good. I did not have super high expectations for Pipeline, and I was blown away. It is a seriously underrated coaster. It took a type of coasters that is just not known for being particularly good and particularly popular, like the stand-up genre, and it completely revolutionized it. So, alright, Velocituber, have a great night. Great work on those coasters right here. I really enjoyed those. Fantastic. So go ahead and exit out of that. We're going to go back into the into just the little sandbox that I made, and we'll check out Geo's 2 remaining coasters. And we'll actually paint the terrain. Yeah, have a great evening, alright? I've ranked all 37 coasters I've been on. I don't even know how many I've been on. Probably somewhere between 30 and 40, but I'd be going way back to when I was, I don't know, 10, 11. I don't remember when I was at Hershey Park last. No, the first time I was there, I think it was 8 or 9. Alright, we'll go ahead and paint this ground with all the rocks here. And we can actually bump that up. That was a request from Geo to... Actually, we could change that to Pebbles. Yeah, I think that's actually better suited for the lighter color. Him? Ma'am, I'm not the King Coaster coming to eat you. Oh! King Coaster was back for my soul there for a second. Yeah, right? People who ride those slides are going to have a very comfortable landing. Well, yeah, it's just the default, you know, blueprint that he saved without the pool, but we would fix it out. Alright, Spino, have a great evening. Thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, I did not mean to do that right there. It's just a little thinned out. Can kind of blend that a little bit better, but I'm not focusing too much on that, just for the sake of time saving. Okay, Geo did say we should check these out at night. So let's go ahead and ride them at midnight. How about that? The same as my project. Okay. So, yeah, this queue is a little bit elevated. I didn't lower everything quite the way that it probably should be. You've got the main queue, the priority queue. And let's go ahead and give this a ride. So we will go... Wait, this says it's a multiverse. So we'll actually stay on the train so we can see it rotate. And this is the Greek one. And Crazanity, I'll get your code, we'll place that, we'll take a look at that next. Jurassic Point, just so you know, if you tour Kings Point, basically everything is a blueprint, just focused on the layout of the park. Okay, yeah, we can take a look at the park. We may check out a couple coasters. We won't ride them all. Whoa! There's Medusa. Nice. And there's the brakes. Coming right back into the station here. That's really neat. It's not a super high thrill ride. It's a nice family coaster, and the scenery and theming I think is fantastic. Yeah, let's actually just zoom into this here and take a look. You've got a fallen over kind of torchlight. You've got the pottery, a collapsed column, some broken pottery. Come back through here. You've got this little cavern. The broken shield. I like the arches, the way those are set up, and you've got plenty of statues for the Greek gods and goddesses, which is really neat. And then we're kind of going backwards here. But you come up into this, which is really neat. You've got all the stone statues right there after Medusa, sitting right down here. Cursed them and turns her focus on the coaster, all down right here. This is really nicely themed. This is a great mythology themed ride right there. Very nice. Next, we'll check this out over here. This is a Premier launched coaster. So we'll get on that. For this, we will go front bumper and go ahead and start the test. Got a backwards launch. Cool. I do think your turns need a little bit of smoothing. They do feel a little choppy at times. Really nice roll right there. And a dive loop coming right back into the station there. Very nice. This is fun. This reminds me a little bit of like a cheetah hunt style ride, where it's not super intense, but it's got some fun stuff going for it. And you've got that one really nice inversion. I do think the turns, as I mentioned, need just a little bit of smoothing. And yeah, I know it's a little bit tough due to space constraints, but I think it would make sense coming out of this to have some brakes before the station. But not really a big deal. The entry into the dive loop felt a little bit choppy. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think it was too bad. It was some of the other turns, like the helix right here. It needs a little bit of reprofiling or smoothing. The turn right here, I think, could use just a little bit. And then the same kind of with this right here. Just a little bit. It's really not bad. So, really nice coaster. It's fun. Yeah, you do have a couple a little bit beyond peaked G-forces there, but that's not anything terribly unreasonable. I think a little bit of smoothing and maybe a trim somewhere. Remember It Gust was old, I guess you were saying there. And that's totally fine. I mean, look at some of my old coasters that were like, what in the world, Cookie? And if I went back and remade them knowing what I know now, they would be really potentially fantastic rides. So I do tell people, I mean, there are exceptions, of course, like that mock launch that I made that Spino reworked. That one I thought, and even Crazanity thought, was kind of beyond saving. And even he was able to remake that. And so yeah, definitely I encourage people, you know, if you have some really old coasters and you're not really sure if you should keep them and try to salvage them and stuff like that, I think it's definitely worth going back after you've kind of learned some stuff and just try remaking them and fix them up a bit, and you can end up with some really good results. So alright, let's go ahead and turn that back to real time there so we can see it a bit better. But yeah, really good coasters. Hey Bentley, how are you? Guys, meet my friend Bentley. Awesome, King Deca fangirl, thanks so much. Guys, I'm in a GC with Bentley, are we? Coaster nerds. Not the collab channel striking again. V8 as well, heck yeah. Alright, Crazanity did have a code, then I do want to go look at Jurassic Park. Haha! Jurassic Park. That pun was partially intended. Haha. Alright, let's grab this real quick. We have Jinma Catapult. What? Alright, what type of ride? Oh, it's a B&M surf coaster. What are these trains? Intamin. Are these like the Intamin hypercoaster trains? Best movie ever, for real. Also, Jurassic Park is goated. Like how the pun wasn't fully intended, I like how it was partially. Yeah. Well, I was like, well, go check out, I was gonna say Jurassic Points Park, but then I'm like, well, you know what, we could say, Jurassic Park. I did not intend initially to say that, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, I gotta make it, so, yeah. All the other movies my parents watch are gross. What kind of movies are they? Do I want to know, is it safe for chat? Question. Let's go ahead and give this a ride. And I'll just actually stay on the car for this one. Cookie, why do you laugh like Lego Batman? Oh no, I don't know. The Intamin Giga trains were the closest I could find to the Jinma trains. Okay. This is really smooth. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, I'm not super familiar with it. But Jinma is a Chinese coaster manufacturer. Kind of a... I'm not saying this to be discriminatory or anything like that, but kind of a knockoff B&M in a way. But I think they have some other stuff that are more unique to them. This is really good though. Good stats, look at that, 6.14 on the excitement, and yeah, forces are very well tempered. That is fun. I don't know if it's safe for chat. Oh. I've got a lot of new people here. I actually would really like to get some of you all in my Discord server if you are interested in coasters or airplanes or you just want to hang out. So we've got plenty of opportunities for that on there. So there is a Discord link in the video description, or if you want me to post the link, I can do so. No pressure, I'm not obligating any of you to join it, but yeah, it's been slowly growing, and I actually have had a great time hanging out with people. Sometimes I actually just jump on and play the game in Discord, and not on stream, but it would still be a cool way to be able to hang out and chill with some of you all. So, if you're interested, no pressure, of course. Yeah, that is a really good coaster. They've got a lot of horrid coasters in their catalog. They've got knockoff SLCs and freaking even knockoff Mara spinners. Oh, gosh. Well, those are... and not the Mara spinners so much, but the knockoff SLCs. I mean, you take an authentic Vekoma SLC, and then you knock it off and make something potentially even worse. But I don't know, I have a feeling that sometimes a knockoff might be able to be made better than the original, so I don't know. I'll have to top off my water here again soon. But yeah, really nice, got a lot of good stuff in here. Some really cool stuff to look at. I actually do want to share Spino's code of that mock launch remake that he did. So I'm actually going to grab that Crazanity and post it in the chat for you. And you can check it out. You can always go back and watch it. But if you want to check it out for yourself... King Coaster is back. Oh no! Yeah, he really did a good job with that. Took something that was borderline unsalvageable and made something quite nice out of it. Alright, next we'll come down and check out King's Point here. I've heard the Beijing, I'm gonna say this wrong, Shi Bao Lai amusement equipment knockoff SLCs are decent. Interesting. Now, I'm just curious what they're gonna end up doing with T3. I wonder when it gets installed in India if they're gonna call it T4. That actually would be really funny, but T4 sucks, just doesn't have that ring like T3 sucks. I'm gonna make a coaster themed to King Coaster at this point. Oh, please no. Wow, Cookie, you actually said it right. Shi Bao Lai. I figured it would be something like that. I mean, I know... I don't speak Mandarin or any other language spoken in China. But I mean, I've heard enough of it to understand, like, the way they pronounce some stuff. I'm in your Discord server and I need some days to finish my pork. Take your time. I appreciate that, Geo. Yeah, take your time on your creations. Don't rush them just to try to get... and this is not directed to Geo, but to everybody. If you have something you want me to check out, I want you all to take your time on it and focus on making really high quality content. And I'm not saying if you just want to slap something together for me to check out real quick that that's a bad thing. But definitely when you take your time and put the work into it, I really appreciate the effort that goes into that. So, 3 flags? Oh. Well, we were down to 5 flags, and the question is, what did they lose 2 more for? That's like one of those games where you get something taken away, and then if you get them all taken away, you're out. I like how it's called King's Point, but it is named King's Landing. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh. We've got a coaster called Mamba. I'm guessing this is going to be some sort of remake of Mamba at Worlds of Fun. Now we're down to 1 flag. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so if we come back to the entrance right back over here. No, oh! Are your gates facing the right way? Yes, they are. They're just, it's closed. Look at this right here. This is beautiful. You've got the King's Point sign with the lake back here. This cool music. The 1 flag rag. I drove by Worlds of Fun once. Oh, that's cool. And, yeah, just a really nice plaza. I like this here. And I wonder, are any of these from the small town scenery pack? Because this looks really neat. Do you have... Oh! Yes, they do. They've got parades. I actually want to load it up and just see how it works functionally. Okay, there's nothing on it at the moment. Yeah, we can go ahead and shut that off. But that's cool. You got this really nice little plaza for your Main Street parade. Then if we come back over this way, we've got a restaurant with some tables. In the back here, I'm not sure what all of this is. It just looks like kind of park maintenance infrastructure, like a kind of a laydown yard. That's pretty cool. Clever. White flags. Oh! Also, T3 has already been installed in India. It is named Garuda Glide. Garuda Glide. What do we have right here? Splashdown. Oh, it's a B&M Splashdown Hyper. Cool. We've got an SLC right here. Vortex. Oh, Lord. No flags. Oh, no. Wow. Things really declined quickly. Holy cow. That is pretty awesome. Wait a minute, that's just not any SLC, that's TTT3, almost. I have inappropriate names, but yeah, we're just keeping those comments to ourselves. Yeah, please do. We've got people under 18 here. I mean, if I did like a age restricted, I'm not saying I'm gonna do that. I wouldn't care. I personally don't care that much. But, yeah, just for the fact that we do have people that come in that are younger, I prefer to keep that kind of stuff out of chat. This looks really nice, this River Rapids ride right here. Roaring Rapids. Why does that sound familiar? Wait, they had a River Rapids at Six Flags Magic Mountain named Roaring Rapids, didn't they? They probably had that name of a Rapids ride at a bunch of different Six Flags parks. And maybe even some of the Cedar Fair ones. And back here, what is this? Oh, we've got a High Peaks Construction Buzzard. I just love that name. That's the RMC Raptor. I actually do want to ride this. I do want to check this out. I'm interested to see a Raptor. -1 flags. Oh my gosh. Hot Take and Vertigo at Kings Island is a great ride. That... I don't know if that's too much of a hot take, because I've heard a number of people have said it's actually held up pretty well. I don't know if they would say it's great, but it's certainly at least decent. Oh, that's actually pretty fun. It's a nice, nice Raptor right there. Definitely a little bit smaller scale. Fits super well. Does look like a lot of fun. Make this track the song for the coaster. Yeah, you could do that. I think it's a stationary speaker. Yeah, right there. What is that? Afitur Javart, whatever that. So this is one of the new songs in game. Probably from the Small Town pack. Actually, I don't recognize that. It's kind of catchy. Also, please check out my i305 clone with Thunder Striker theming. Ah, over here in the back. Yeah, we can definitely check that out. No! No, it's over here. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, it's an Intamin wing. Although I think it's fitted with the... Oh! Oh, let's switch train. Yeah. There we go. Now this needs some music. Striker 305. That was really good. Super smooth. Also, I really like the station. The presentation of that. It's simple, very clean. It looks realistic. That's really nice. Very well done. And yeah, look at that right there. Take a look at those stats. Those are really good. What a great coaster. What is this here? Is this a Python? Is this like a Vortex or Anaconda remake? It's super cool. We've got the Racing Woodies. Blue Racer and Red Racer, heck yeah. Wicked Twister. Oh, that's like, oh, what's the name of the one at Dorney Park? Possessed. The Intamin. Impulse coasters there. Oh, look at that. We've got one of the Wave Swingers. Windseeker. That's right. That's a one at Carowinds, actually, and I kind of wonder if they're ever going to open it. Wait. Is this? This isn't a ride. This is an actual, like, scenery blueprint? Wow, that's wild. Wow. Something like Shockwave or Scream Machine. Yeah, but it doesn't look like a full-fledged... 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, yeah, it is! Wow. Yeah, actually, yeah. Something like Shockwave or Scream Machine. Yeah, sure enough. Well, I'll be darned. It's pretty awesome. Cherub planes on that thing. I like how the Intamin Impulse, just called Twister, guess the tornado swept the wickedness away. No, wicked is written in on the first few letters right there. It's a little subtle, but you have to look for it. And then actually, the one other thing I really do want to check out is this this Hyper. We've got a kiddie coaster right here, the Great Pumpkin Coaster. So this is definitely like the Peanuts themed kind of kid section. Is this a Woodstock Express remake? Yes! Awesome! Maybe slightly hot, but I think definitely fair enough take is that Woodstock Express is the better of the two wooden coasters at Carowinds, because Hurler is crap. Alpha Wolf Skibidi Sigma Hydraulic Cinema Barbecue Gargantuan Grand Deluxe King Daara Farm coaster. That's a tongue twister. Say that a few times fast if you can. I'm not even sure I could say it twice slowly. Good lord. We are definitely getting a ride on this, though. Let's go front bumper. Just did Great Pumpkin Coaster Friday. I have no shame. Hey, I got the kiddie coaster credits too when I went to Carowinds. I unfortunately did not do the 2 Grover coasters at Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. And from what I've heard, the one at SeaWorld, the Grover's Boxcar Derby, I think, is actually one of the best kiddie coasters out there. So I've heard. I'm looking forward to seeing this, though. I love B&M Hypers. Oh, trim brake. Didn't do SeaWorlds, I was not waiting in the line. Done both Busch Gardens Grover coasters though. Ooh, those trims hit hard. Well, I can kind of see why, I suppose. Yeah, there's some pretty good airtime hills right there. And the splashdown, that's a little bit jerky right there. Coming up off of the splashdown. Really good, good hyper though. That's a lot of fun. The thing had like a 45 or 60 minute wait. Was not worth the credit. Wow. Trims be hitting as hard as the Thunder Striker hills. They didn't hit that bad. The mid-course hit really hard, but I can kind of see why that was potentially needed. This is super good, though. I really like the layout, and I think it was really well made. Yeah, there's some good stats, too. Verticals get a little high right there. Might pull a punch. Why do kiddie coasters get the most epic names? Like something called Grand Exposition sounds like an Alpha Wolf Skibidi Sigma Hydraulic. I'm not reading all of that. Oh, man. Where's the invert? Ah. Right back here. Yeah, I guess we could check the invert out. And I think that'll be the last one we do. That thing's hauling through the lift. Oh! Lost 185 bucks, not bad. This is really smooth. Do give me feedback, good or bad. I like that. That's a good invert right there. Compact, got a lot of fun elements, does feel pretty intense. And I like the presentation of it. It looks clean. Really nice station. I actually like the station designs that I'm seeing in throughout your park with all of these coasters. So that's pretty solid. How much are you paying staff and only losing 185 bucks? Why can't I have a coaster at Carowinds called the Great Pumpkin King Dakar Alpha Ohio Sigma Wolf Skibidi Riz the Ride? What? I don't know how I read all that. Oh man, Red Hawk, really nice name. And I like the presentation of the coaster too. The dark gray and the crimson red track there. That's pretty cool. And that looks neat. I'm not gonna ride the other coasters now. We'll wait, let Jurassic Point get a little bit more work in the park done. The park is not open, so there's no guests inside, probably because it's still a work in progress. But yeah, I really like this. Great presentation. And I know you've still got plenty to do with it, but what you have so far, I think, is really solid. Project Purple announcement tomorrow. If it's gargantuan vertical vengeance, I will spontaneously combust into 30 million pieces. Then we've got Mamba. I will check this out at some point. Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what I see? The coaster went going through thin air. That was pretty wild. Some sort of a graphical glitch right there, I think, unless you're missing a piece of a very short piece of track or something. I don't know. The green Mamba repaint, that actually does look pretty cool there. Yeah, but you've really got something comprehensive going, and you're off to a really good start with it. So I definitely look forward to seeing what else you do with this park. This is fantastic so far. So I'm gonna step up real quick, and we'll be right back. And then it's going to be time to start winding the stream down here in a few minutes, as I'm not going to be up late. Alright, we're back. Gonna head out, see you guys later, see you Cookie, have a good night, take care, and T3 sucks! See you later, man, have a great one, alright, thanks for hanging out. Fake story, my grandpa said if you jump on the pool, you will still jump for word end until you hit the grass because you never get outside, like you never touch grass. What? Alright, yeah, once again, Jurassic, great job with this. You're on to something really good here, so I look forward to seeing what else you're able to do with it. So, currently building Fury 325 as an armchair. What? I'm not sure if that makes any sense. Right. I am gonna go back into the Viking Park for a couple minutes to Oh, as an RMC. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. That'd be an interesting recreation, actually. To do that as an RMC, that would be pretty wild. So I am going to wind down the stream here, just checking out a couple things, but yeah, my time working with this park is probably not going to be much longer. Eventually I'll do another more comprehensive Viking-themed park with a couple other sections. Definitely going to incorporate some sorcery, some kind of medieval fantasy theme. And then definitely want to include like a Yukon themed section, a combination of Western and just a bunch of pine trees, some gold mining, stuff like that. And I think there's some stuff. Is there any coaster in here that you all would like to see before I end the stream? Just let me know. But the one remaining thing that makes me hesitant to give this up is, as I talked about early on, some of you were here, but I think most of you were not, was this building up here, and I had set this up to have a B&M wing kind of set to be right in the middle of the park, interact with, as we expand the pool, add some water slides, stuff like that, like a water complex. I wanted the coaster to interact with that. So, we can do that at some point. But, yeah, before I call it a night, if there's one or even two coasters in this park that you would like to see a POV of, we can do that. And if not, no worries, I know most of you have seen them before, but start kind of winding down here. Just past the 2-hour mark. Love medieval fantasy. Yeah, I never really have. I have not actually really done anything with that theme in this game so far. So it could be fun to experiment with. Will you retour King's Point after completion? Yeah, and I mean, we'll probably skip the stuff that we already looked at, but we'll check out some of the other stuff. Dude, that tornado that happened today that I was under literally flattened homes, and also more related, I have one or two coasters I'd like to show. Strawberry Jam, save them, because I'm going to be winding down here in the next couple minutes. It's starting to get a bit on the late side for me, as I do have to get up for work in the morning, and I have a couple things to do before I go to bed. So, you know what I could do? I could upload this park onto the workshop and let people check it out. Low-key want to see the Woody over there? Yeah. Yeah, so actually Jimpers built this one. He did a good job with it. Can you create your own theme park in Planet Coaster 2? Yeah, I mean, we'll be working on a new park soon. This actually is one of my own parks. This was the first large-scale park that I made in this game. Started it 1.5 years ago. Whoa! Yeah, here we go. It was just coming up the lift hill. Well, we'll go from bumper. Wrong, Woody. This one here, this is an RMC, but if this is what you're talking about, yeah, we can ride the RMC. This lift hill is pretty quick, so I won't skip it. And we've got the music going. Hey. Hey. Get a little practice of a combination of Viking chants and Mongolian throat singing with this track here. A bit abrupt through that turn. Yeah, it is a fun coaster. It definitely, I think, needs a little bit of work, and actually had a guy help me revamp my original version of it, and it's definitely better, although I think it still needs probably a little bit more work, some smoothing, a little bit different transitions in some of the turns, but this is a fun one. This was a fun one to make, and actually when I set it up, there used to be a restaurant right back here where the double Heartline roll went right above it, so the restaurant sat like right back here where these trees are, and you used to walk under the double roll to get to it. So it's a fun coaster. Not one of my favorites in this park, but it's one of the better ones, I would say. And there are the stats for you. It's a bit intense. Some of the forces are... Oof! I don't remember them being that high, but yeah, you definitely need a little bit of a rework there on some of those. So... But yeah, there you go. Love it. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Alright, folks. I'm starting to get a bit tired, and I've got some stuff to do before I go to bed, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. Thank you so much for hanging out, as always. Appreciate each and every one of you being here with me tonight. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow night. I may take a break. I've been doing a lot of streaming, and I've got, as much as I love it, I've got other stuff that I do need to spend some time on here, so we'll play it by ear. I'm motivated to get back, and we can check some stuff out. Maybe work on some stuff here. But yeah, once again, thank you all. Really appreciate you all being here. And hope you enjoyed it, and hope to catch you on the next one, whenever that'll be. Geo, King Taka, Fangirl, Jurassic Point, all of you have a great night. Thanks so much for hanging out. And yeah, hope to catch all of you on the next one. And until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.